Welcome to my video about testing the Scout helmet to see if it's useful for plasma cutting. As you know, I've been testing Star Wars helmets for use in welding and other types of metalwork. Mainly I'm interested in recreating the welding stunt from Return of the Jedi, but this goes further into my curiosity about other practical applications for Stormtrooper helmets. I noticed early on as a metalworker that a Scout helmet just seems like it could be the perfect metalworker's helmet. By fitting the correct darkness of lens, you can actually perform welds and plasma cuts with a Scout helmet. Other kinds of Star Wars helmets have much lower visibility. They also have much worse ventilation, and you'll find that the lenses fog up pretty fast. The Scout Trooper helmet is designed with ventilation in mind. There's an area beneath the chin where the breathing can exit the helmet easily, meaning that the helmet doesn't rest against the chest like an Imperial helmet does. Also, the ear holes are vents that go completely to the inside of the helmet, around where the sides and the back of your head are, and I have found this does practically help ventilate the helmet. It keeps fresh air inside the helmet, and that keeps the lens from fogging up. And it still fogs up, but what I mean is it fogs up less than other Star Wars helmets. Due to the fact that a printed Star Wars helmet is using PLA, or printed plastic, we know that it doesn't have a high temperature resistance. Any desire to use a Star Wars helmet to weld for 8 hours a day or perform labor for 8 hours a day is not something I recommend. Just like in the movies, the use of a Stormtrooper outfit while performing a weld or a grind or a plasma cut or something like this is only done for a short period of time, mainly to capture the spark effects as part of a background or as part of an overall scene. In Return of the Jedi, there's a very good image of the Imperial shuttle entering the almost completed or fully operational Death Star. In the foreground, there's a welding stormtrooper who's welding in outer space. And it looks very small when you watch this on TV or the computer, but back when seeing it on a movie screen, that little welding stormtrooper was a pretty major feature in the foreground that I totally recognized. And I wonder sometimes if the reason I became a metalworker were those types of little things in movies where there was a welding stormtrooper, and I thought, wow, I want to do that. So again, I just want to emphasize that these are basically stunt recreations, and it's important to remember that stunts are very short duration activities. A stunt might only take 5 seconds or 15 seconds, and that's okay because it's not going to give occupational exposure to the stuntman. If we're talking about occupational welding or plasma cutting, I would strongly recommend using a normal OSHA welding helmet. Thanks guys for joining me on this journey. I'm really excited to see where it goes, and welcome aboard.